celebrates the smaller channels who are working to bring down the cult and protect human rights. Scooter Mom celebrates the smaller channels, the ones who need more attention and are out there more and more. If you want Scooter Mom to show a small channel, send her clips and links, since you are making clips and sharing links is easy to do. Whether you protest and or watch that needs you.
Hello. Yeah, you had a little peekaboo because I forgot to put it back on. Never mind. It's the Scooter Report. What do you want, right? Hi, welcome in. It's so good to see people here already before I even go live. I honestly I love doing that with other people, and because sometimes that's the last chance you have to really like consciously see that, oh, there are people already and waiting, so they must be interested. So when it happens to me, it's like, yay! Oh boy, what a day. Okay, so yeah, it's kind of busy out there. Um, Antics, thank you, and I saw you, or rather, I heard you. So thank you, and there will be a little bit more about that later on. For the rest of you who did not understand a word of what I just said, just cool your jets. You'll find out. All right. Yes, Fuzzy, I am feeling better. It's like I said, it is nothing serious. It's just a day in the life of mine. And every time there is a weather change, my body makes sure that I know about it. So I am not going into details because y'all don't need to hear about that. Professor, I hope you're still here. I did see that you were the first in, and thank you very much for that. Cricket and Antics and Fuzzy, so good to see you all. I, of course, am relieved to see Fuzzy here because that means, and Cricket, of course, as well, because that means I have two mods, so I am not alone managing this and all of this. It's just, yeah, I need help. And if you hear cats, it's because I have been ordered by the floofs to leave the door open a crack because it's against the kitty rules to close doors. And uh, my daughters actually both ignore those rules all the time. And I, on the other hand, am their chief servant. Hi, Mark. Welcome in. Oh, Cricket, I'm quite sure it would not suit me. Yeah, any between barometric changes for migraines and weather changes for the rest of me, anytime there is a weather change, I am going to have to deal with it. So it is what it is. And sorry about the sound effects. I don't know why that happened because it's supposed to be all on silent. Okay. So welcome to Scooter's anti-cult report, where you never know what's going to happen or what's going to come out of my mouth, and neither do I. Where we focus on anti-Scientology channels with less than 1.5K subs. I am happy to have you here. Um, some might say excited. And the purpose of this show is to boost positive attention to the smaller channels in the anti-Scientology community. If they are working to end the abuses of Scientology and not end others in the community, I would like to feature that work. I will also share some of the larger channels, some weeks more than others, but my focus will always be on featuring the smaller channels. I show clips and shorts here, so please follow all the links to watch the full videos and subscribe to everyone. For those of you on the replay, I put the links in the description after the live stream. And I hope you are all doing well. I'm quite sure, in fact, I know I am not the only one who is affected by weather. So, hello. I see you. Antics, I swear you are almost always knitting. I can't wait to see the sweater when it's finished, because I think you've been making quite a bit of progress on it. And I mean, you're in a climate that doesn't actually allow for a lot of sweater weather. So, Massachusetts is blizzard today and volcano tomorrow. Yeah, Cricket, I get that. It was actually cooler, like on Monday. I would not have needed the air conditioner at all. But today it's back up to summer weather. So we just kind of roll with it, right? Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. And if anyone has heard from Poe on the Go, can you let me know, please? Because I know he's been working a lot lately because he had started his Wednesday shows and then he stopped. And I'm thinking it was probably due to work, but I don't know if he's planning. I checked and I didn't see anything scheduled. So I just, would like to let people know if there is something scheduled and I don't know about it. So if you have heard anything, please let me know in the chat. And I will hope to see that before the end of the show. All right. So All Hell Breaks News, formerly Hell Gear, continues to create shorts from her videos taken outside of the Chicago org. So let me go ahead and show you a couple of them. Hi, Irish. Good to see you. Okay, so I do have a couple. So, all right. They're in the wrong order, I think, but that's okay because I didn't actually have anything to say individually about them. So we'll just go with it. All right, here we go. Oh, no, I am missing one. Yeah, it's not the Scooter report unless, Scooter has a brain fart. All right, you watch this while I hopefully can grab the other one because it is short.
Still here, guy? I like your haircut. You look handsome. I wish you would get out of Scientology. There's a great world out here. I know it's a little messed up right now, but it's better than Scientology.
Okay, I found it. It is there. I don't know why it didn't show up on my list, but we're going to try that again. Hi, J-Bat. I see everybody saying hi to you. I still am having trouble finding it. There it is. I found it. It's bizarre the way it gets listed. If you haven't seen the way Restream lists tabs, it's lots of fun.
Oh, a sailor wedding? That's awesome. That's better than the Scientology fake space navy. Look, did you guys know Scientology's here? Yeah, make sure everyone knows not to go in here. If I go like this, they'll pull down the shades. Yup. March 3rd. They used to be on the north side. Way up. I don't know, they're up Lakeview. I think they were in Lakeview. Yeah, here. Here she goes. Now they're going to close the doors and windows.
Okay, I'm also going to point out that although I have completely given away all the computer thetans that I had, apparently there are still some who are clinging to my new computer. So I don't know what that's about, but I do apologize. Um, yeah, I don't know why it's happening because it's freshly rebooted and everything. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. It's a scooter report extra. Anyway, please enjoy those shorts to your heart's content without my computer thetans. All right. So the next up is a clip that I actually received probably a couple of weeks ago, but I didn't have enough time to fit this in. So put the PC on the cans. Yes, Fuzzy. um, but yeah, I had run out of time, so I wasn't able to share it. And when I was going through my emails, I found it again and thought, well, you know what? It's still good information, so let's go ahead and share that. So this is a clip from a video from John Atack. This is DABT, which is Diplomate of the American Board of Toxicology. I had to Google that. And PhD Angela Harris talking about Narcanon and the toxic Purif. So, and I found it. So have a look.
You go to read many of Mr. Hubbard's theories is that he talks in jargon or has very ambiguous, nonspecific language that makes it impossible to understand what he's actually trying to say. And these two are interesting to me because in the first one, he's saying, if this does have to do with intoxication, he's saying that as you're soaking up the vitamin B1, then you become intoxicated. Okay, so B1's gone, intoxication. And the second one are evident when you go to read many of Mr. Hubbard's theories is that he
Sorry, that was a very short minute. I was enjoying my tea. Hi, Fraudy, welcome in. So that's a very, very interesting video. I mean, it's very logical for those of us who have been learning all about Narcanon and the Purif and Hubbard and all of that stuff. However, it is nice to see someone who actually has the background of toxicology to examine it and then present it as these are the issues I see with it. So please make sure to not only, go watch the clip again, which thankfully the computer thetans settled themselves. But when you do follow the link, you can actually watch the whole video if you choose to. So I do hope that you will do so. Hello, Style. Welcome in. Nice to see you. All right. So today really is kind of a mishmash of a lot of stuff because I can't predict what's going to happen in each week. I don't think any of us really can. So makes for fun when it's come time to choose a title or come up with a title for the Scooter Report, besides calling it the Scooter Report. Um, I, I do try to give you guys a clue as to, the theme, if there is one of the show. Sorry, I have a tickle today. I don't do Coca-Cola. I just have a tickle, probably allergies because, two floofs and a biscuit. Um, So there is always cat hair finding itself in lots of areas, some more strange than others. um, so this next one, unpredictable, is a couple of familiar faces who turned up outside the test center recently in LA. And well, I just wanted to share that because I know that a lot of people have missed them. And although they've been, doing other things, it is so nice to see them return to the test center.
Do a countdown. Oh, they're trying to recruit. Oh no, they're going inside. Scientology is a cult. Be careful. It's a cult. They're going to try to recruit you. They're a cult. They disconnect families. I could tell you a lot about it. I could tell you what they believe in. What kind of church? They're going to try to make you buy a book if you give them your name. They're going to bother you forever. I could tell you what they're about. I used to be in one of their front groups. They destroy families and, be careful. See what kind of church runs in like that. If you walk into any church, usually, and you say, oh, what do you believe in? You believe in God? They'll tell you. They will give you a Bible. Let's do a countdown.
So in case you didn't recognize the voice, that was We in LA, and she was out there with Mindy. So it was very nice to see them, as I said, and back out there. And clearly they have not lost a step. Hello, Brian. Good to see you. Okay, so what else? Okay. Sorry, I lost my place. Now, I have a clip for you that Julian Dorey show put out where Mark Bunker is explaining why David Miscavige was not Hubbard's first choice on how good old Davy took charge and how Davy actually got into Scientology in the first place. Hi, Tony.
Died. He announced it inside Scientology that he's dead, and now I'm in charge. How and he's held an iron fist since then for almost 40 years. How did that happen? How did he become the guy, and how did he even get involved in Scientology in the first place?
Well, as a kid, he joined. His father was a Scientologist, probably his mom too. I don't remember offhand, but Miscavige got in early, and he had some problems that felt that Scientology cured, and he became a Commodore's messenger. When Hubbard was at sea, he would have usually cute little 14-year-old girls.
Oh boy!
As his messengers, and
Hubbard died. He announced it.
So, if you haven't heard that discussion, really hearing it from Mark Bunker is a highlight, and it's kind of fuzzy, but you might have noticed I have been joined by one of my co-hosts. So there's Kiko. Look at those eyes. Sorry, I get floof-distracted very easily. So that's why I usually try to close the door. Okay, so now, if you were not watching Clearwater on Friday, you missed some stuff. So, Aaron helpfully put up a clip that pretty much gives you the short version of what happened when the cops showed up to the protest. So, please take a look at this, and I'm sure that you will not be surprised.
What are the cops here for? Joe's has not committed a crime, and there's no suspicion that he has.
May I see your identification, please?
Why?
Conducting a criminal investigation.
For what reason?
Into who?
I've done nothing.
I've observed you painting on the sidewalk.
He's painting on the sidewalk a crime?
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
When it permanently damages the sidewalk it's being painted on.
As the lieutenant, you're the supervising officer over him. You know perfectly well he can't claim this as permanent chalk. They clean it off every single Friday night.
Obviously, you're acting on higher ranking people telling you what to do, who to investigate. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am.
Who advise you, go here, go there, whatever. So that may have been what happened tonight.
That'd be accurate.
Did you actually hear what he said? He acknowledged that they're here because orders came down from on high for them to be here and document this as criminal mischief. So is it from the chief or the deputy chief or the city manager?
Tell you to arrest people and they haven't done anything wrong.
I appreciate you being respectful, sir. I appreciate it.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah. And by the way, Antics, I just need you to know, Kiko does go, Kiko's pronouns are he and him. He is very clear on that. He is a very handsome boy, but he wants you to recognize his choice of pronouns. Thank you very much. Okay, now I'm making fun with Kiko, but I totally respect people's pronouns, okay? It's just funny when it comes to the cats. I don't want to get canceled, please, because I have a lot of love for the LGBTQ community. So, okay. All right. So yes, that was rather interesting to find out that yes, orders on high, exactly, Fuzzy. It was quite interesting, and yes, I think there is some work being done in the background trying to find out exactly where those orders came from. I believe because everything tends to kind of meld into one big thing. I cannot remember for sure, but I'm pretty sure Aaron did at least one video about that, and the I can't remember her title right now. The person, yes, he is. Thank you, Fuzzy. The person who works for the city councilors. I can't remember their title right now, so my apologies. Brain farts, it's a way of life. And I still haven't done a t-shirt for that. Anyway, I don't think this is going to be the last of it. If anyone has even watched Aaron, because I don't claim to know Aaron, I do not believe he or Jenna are going to let this go. In fact, I know I saw them do a video together because they're sitting out in front of Flag. So, because they took video footage proving that the chalk, in fact, is far from permanent. Silly cop. City manager, thank you, Karen. And welcome in. Perfect timing. Oh boy. Yeah. Alrighty. So, and I hope Irish is still here, because I know she's going to love this next part. After her recent visit from the Garda, Irish Mart was back at it to inform the public the following week. So have a look at this. And Irish, relax. It's okay. Nobody likes themselves on camera.
Stories from Germany, UK, France, Copenhagen, Australia, the States. The stories are all uniquely different, but at the same time as well as regards to the abusive practices that goes on. And that's why I'm here, because it just had that much. It had that much of an impact on me, and because these guys They're not going to, where they are, they're not going to get people wondering out curiosity.
No.
But they do this neatly, the way they offer their...
This is a giant cult washing operation.
They offer their premises cheap to local bands,
Yes,
and that's how it's a number to get. They get you in.
I'm with you.
You give them your name and address. You're on the mailing list, and you'll be plagued.
One of our problems, which is minor compared to what they do here, but there's a constant traffic problem because they have so many events here, particularly the Irish dancing crowd, who are no angels themselves. It's been scandaled.
Yeah.
But if it's not that, it's soccer. It's half price or cheap.
Oh yeah, but that's a numbers game. They're listen to stories from Germany.
Now, yes, Irish is doing a fantastic job out there. And hi, Big Chief. I saw you pop in just as I was starting the video. Welcome in. She really does an awesome job out there. And honestly, there is, like I said, everyone. I hate hearing myself. So I get it. I completely get it. But just, don't worry about it because we're not hearing you critically. But also, I love your accent. So I know you don't think you have an accent. We all have an accent. But I could listen to you like all day. I would understand probably 70% of what you were saying if you were talking really quickly. But I absolutely could listen to you all day long. So, all right, enough of that. I am not blowing smoke up your butt. Okay, so, oh goodness, we're clipping through this pretty quickly. Oh, I could take that down now, couldn't I? Okay, so Irish. Okay, now Manning recently put up another clip from his visit with the angry gay Pope, and I wanted to share that with you in case you had not yet seen it. Because, these folks who've been in it for so long, they have a lot to share with us.
Christmas 2008, he wasn't taller, he was like way bigger. I was like 210 at the time, and he was one of their typical thugs that they hire. So they want to patrol the local area. Besides their own guards or even paid guards, they infiltrate the local area and they hire local scumbags to hang around and they were hired him just for the Christmas parade, and that's one of multiple bugs they've sent out. And you can spot them right away when someone just runs up to you and says, "How dare you hurt these poor Scientologists?"
So, sorry, I got distracted by Rib Guy. I do not need pillow talk. Thank you. So I think I let that clip repeat, but I'm honestly unsure. So go watch it yourself just in case I didn't even let it finish. I don't know. Rib Guy, behave yourself. Or don't, but I'll try not to watch you. Okay. Now, yeah, I've really gone through everything way too fast today. I don't know what happened, but I did receive an email just before, in a few minutes before I went live. So I am going to share that clip that I received with you. And other than that, Rib Guy. Other than that, I don't know what else. We'll see if maybe there's some burning discussion that needs to be had. Anyway, all right. So let's go with this. Jenna Miscavige continues to give it to Scientology on the chin. So here is one of her recent shorts, and then I'm also going to share a clip with you. But this is, as you probably know, Jenna has been doing a lot of TikToks, and then she shares them as shorts on YouTube. So that's what this first one is.
Miscavige, and my uncle is the leader of Scientology, and I escaped when I was 22. Here's something most people don't know. In Scientology, you don't get expelled for committing abuse. You get expelled for reporting it. In Scientology, it's considered a high crime to report another Scientologist to the authorities. If you do, you're expelled. Scientology believes that their mission to save mankind takes precedence over individuals, even those who dedicate their entire lives to them. I know this rule firsthand. I've experienced it myself, and I've seen what it does to others. In the case of Danny Masterson, a celebrity Scientologist and now a convicted rapist, several of his victims reported him to Scientology. And not only did they not do anything about it, but instead of helping them, they shamed them and laughed at them and threatened them to keep them quiet. Eventually, they had no choice but to go to the police. And when they did, they were expelled from Scientology. During the trial, one woman's mother, who had been on her side before, disconnected from her and has never spoken to her since. Friends she'd known her whole life came to court in groups to intimidate her, to call her names, and even gave her the finger. And it wasn't because they believed Danny was innocent. It was because they believed that she was destroying what they considered mankind's most precious gift, Scientology. In their eyes, that was the worst crime of all. Something very similar happened to my friend Natalie. She was raped, and Scientology asked her what she had done to make it happen. Then they punished her with heavy labor. This was despite the fact that she was unconscious when it happened. They told her she must have done something to cause it, to the point where she believed it was her fault. She carried that shame with her for 15 years. They don't just silence victims in the moment. They break people down to the point where they feel like they have no one to turn to, like they're completely alone. It pushes people to the edge, and it follows them for the rest of their lives. And these.
So I did cut that off a little too quickly, and I apologize, but you can go, excuse me, you can go watch it again. Okay. Here we go with the tickle in the throat again. All right. Now this one is Jenna again, but this time she is putting out a call to action. So please have a look at this clip and go watch the whole video after the show.
Is it. The police force is run by the Clearwater City Manager. The city manager is appointed by the Clearwater City Council. In the description of this video, I have the emails of the city council members. If you could please help me by sending an email to these council members, calling for a criminal investigation into Scientology for systematically assaulting, battering, and harassing its ex-members, and protesters who are exercising their First Amendment right to protest, and for abusing the 911 system. And because an officer indicated that there were orders from on high to make illegal arrests, I'm asking you to call for an investigation into where these orders are coming from, and whether there is any sort of illegal influence, whether it's bribery or blackmail, as both are part of Scientology's policies, which is widely known and provable. If you could please CC the Tampa Bay Times and the ACLU on this email, I've provided these addresses as well. It will help put pressure on them and make them accountable for protecting those they failed to protect. And this is it. The police force is run by the Clearwater City Manager. The city manager is appointed by the Clearwater City Council. In the description of this video, I have the emails of the city council members.
I think I let that run again. Sorry. Rip guy. So, while I try to cover from Rib Guy trying his hardest to make me laugh, I'm going to pull up this other clip. Hopefully. And I have not seen it yet. Well, I haven't seen specifically what the clip is, but I was lurking, so I have a pretty good idea. Hello, Buttercup. Okay, so yeah, if you are willing and able, please go get the email addresses from Jenna's video. It is Rib Guy's fault, Tony. He's taking over from Aaron. It's no longer Aaron's fault. Now it's Rib Guy's. Everything is Rib Guy's fault. Okay, so yeah, go to the description on her video, get those email addresses, and let's just fill their inboxes because they need to answer for what is going on. This cannot stand. All right, so let's check out this clip together. I do believe it is from earlier today with some, well, let's just have a look. I'm not going to try to to tell anyone what it is. And where did it go? There it is. Police Commission. That's what it is. Ah, come on. Let's try this again. Scooter, look at what you're actually clicking. There we go.
Next on Zoom, we have Georgina.
Hi, thank you. I also want to speak on behalf of the victims of Scientology. You keep issuing permits to them. They keep abusing the permits. They keep overstepping the reach of the permits. They keep displaying the permit request and not the actual permit. Those are completely different things. What they request, some of it gets denied, but then they claim, oh, this is what our permit says, when they're actually only showing the permit request. I think, and there's video evidence of that having happened on numerous occasions. I think they should be denied future permits as a consequence for these actions. And I completely support the MLK parade, and I yield back my time. Thank you.
Great job, Georgina.
Thank you. The next speaker. Next on Zoom, we have Georgina.
So, Georgina sounds familiar, but I can't, the name doesn't work with the voice for some reason. For those not in the know, Georgina is Antic's name when she calls in. So, when you hear Georgina, sit up and take note. All right, so there have actually been some very important calls going into various authorities in LA this week from this community. I'm hoping to have several clips to share with you for Monday's show. Hint, hint. So please keep an eye out for that. And as with everyone, show your support if you happen to catch one of those. Wait, did I miss something? Hello, Fab Daddy. Good to see you. How did you miss a day? Oh, okay. Why were you thinking it was Tuesday? I don't know. Taco Tuesday in honor of, okay. Yes, it's Wednesday. Just to clarify. Hi, Lori. Welcome in. So, yes, welcome to Wednesday, everyone. And I guess it's almost Thursday for some of you across the pond. I was confused too, Tony. Oh, hi, Midnight. Okay, so now I have two fluffs here. Yeah, he just wants tacos. So that's actually all the clips that I have for you today, which means some people have not been sharing with me as they should. Also, maybe there was some other stuff going on, but you know, at the risk of calling myself a narcissist, I think that my priorities should come first above all. Don't you? I'm kidding. However, we could just give the floor to Rib Guy and let him tell us all jokes and make us laugh, because he's already been doing that to me since he came in. um, I have not seen anyone say anything about posts, so I'm assuming you're all in the same boat as me in not knowing, so we'll just have to watch out for him. As I said, I did see him pop into probably Dusty's live maybe a week or so ago, and he was saying that he'd been crazy busy with work, so I'm guessing that's why he hadn't been going live. However, Rib Guy, you shy, and come out of that corner, because that's Papa Smurf's corner, and that's just not cool. Who ordained? I'm not ordained. I don't know anybody who's ordained. Yes. Thank you, Antics. Yeah, so I think he's just been really busy with work and hasn't been able to do the lives that he came back to start doing. So we'll just have to hope and wait for him to free up his time a little bit. Now, he's not going to be doing Scientology stuff, but I know that a lot of us did miss him for his other content. And you know what? I don't know about you, but I cannot do Scientology 24/7. I mean, even Sea Org shouldn't have to do that, but they do. However, he's had some really good content in the past. Sorry, I feel a sneeze. No, allergic to cats? I don't know what you're talking about. Fab Daddy, I think you've talked enough about your taco. Thank you very much. This is not that kind of show. Thank you, Tony. Oh, really, Irish? Thank you, Fuzzy. Well, I mean, I have heard mixed reviews. I don't think I've ever had Taco Bell myself. And Antics has put forward one of those views about Taco Bell. Is it your cologne? Thanks so much, Rib Guy. This is a scent-free zone, okay? So yeah, I am hoping that we're going to get more than just Clearwater and San Francisco, although San Francisco still needs a lot more people. In fact, San Francisco, Chicago, and there was one other place recently, and I put it on my posts, and I don't have it in front of me. They need more people to protest. And I know that those are not the only places. Hello, Sophia. Um, but those are the ones that specifically were mentioned when I was watching, and I happened to take note. And of course, one has flown out of my head temporarily. But please check my posts. It might be a few back now, but it would have been from not just this past Monday, the Monday before, because I realized that I hadn't mentioned it during the show and I had meant to. So that would have been September 8th. I put up a post after the scooter report mentioning that people in those areas were looking for more people to go out and protest. So if you are in any of those areas in particular, please get in contact with the people who are already in those areas if you are interested and able to go out and protest. Even one day a week would be better than nothing. And also keep in mind, a lot of people have been doing this for over a year, and other things come up, and sometimes people suffer from burnout. Other stuff has perhaps happened that we don't talk about here. So there can be many reasons for why we would need fresh protesters. Not to get fresh, rib guy. Sorry. Halls in my mouth. The menthol bothers me a little, but it stops me from coughing. So it's like, which one am I going to do? Fab Daddy, are you burned out? I'm sorry. Failed romances, antics. You're good. You're going to be just fine. You just need to give yourself some time. But since we are here and I don't have anything else really, and it is top of my mind currently, I did want to let people know that there have been a couple of streams done recently about a particular person who had, shall we say, infiltrated this community and was cyber stalking and harassing not only second gens, but other members of this community. And she was arrested in, I believe it was South Carolina that she lives in, on September 5th. She is out on bail. And Club Brain Fog did a short naming her name because everyone else was avoiding calling her by first and last name. I'm not going to say either because I don't think she deserves even that much attention. However, I did want to make sure that everyone is aware that harassment, cyber stalking, cyberbullying, all of that. North Carolina? Okay, thank you, Fuzzy. It can be illegal depending on how far you take it. And quite frankly, all of it should be illegal because there are many other things that you can do with your time rather than harassing other people. I mean, stalking someone's pets, trying to put someone's house up for sale, spreading malicious lies. He did. Okay, thank you, Rib Guy. I knew that he had called her by her first name. I wasn't sure if he had actually. Oh yeah, because when he did the update, he showed her mugshot too. At any rate, and I probably don't even know. In fact, I'm sure I don't even know all the things that she had been doing. And I do believe, and someone's going to have to help me with a name. The lady who does Mental Health Matters. I had heard when watching Susie O a while back that this same person had been attacking her, the woman from Mental Health Matters. Like, she doesn't do anything to anyone except to help them. Thank you, Fab Daddy. Yes, that's okay. Why would anyone... Thank you, Sophia. Keila? Or Kayla? I know I've heard it before. It's just brain farts. Okay, I got it. Thank you, everyone. Why would anyone bother her? Like, yeah, Tony, I get she attacks everyone, but why on earth would you target her? Like, has she not got enough to deal with? Like, what would make you look at her and go, oh yeah, I think I want to make her life more miserable? I don't know. Maybe she thought she saw an easy target. I honestly, I cannot get into that mindset. I did. Thank you, Brian. I literally, I find it impossible to delve into that mindset. Thank you, Fuzzy. Of someone who would do that for literally no reason. It's not like Kayla had done anything to her, but apparently with this woman, you don't need to do anything to her. She just looks at you and says, yeah, you're next. I don't know. I don't understand it. I can't pretend to understand it. I don't want to understand it. There was a time where I thought I wanted to be a psychologist, but nope. I am so glad I did not go into that field, because honestly, I would want to be slapping people. And that's probably... Thank you, Antics. That's probably not good for your work. There are so many other things you can do. You do not need to spend your life attacking other people. There are so many other productive things you can do. But I guess tearing down society instead of uplifting society is something that some people are just more inclined to choose to do. Oh, thank you, Fab Daddy, for being here. Have a good evening. What was that, Frotty? When I saw that woman's picture, I looked up at the woman that kept sneaking on airplanes to make sure it wasn't the same woman. Okay. I don't even know anything about that. Yes, exactly, Sophia. There are so many books to watch or to read, to watch, or perhaps listen to if you're an audiobook kind of person. Hello, Miss Kim. Welcome in. I hope you got your coffee. Yeah, Kim, there's a woman, I mean, there are a few of them, unfortunately, in this community, but there is a woman who really made it her life's work, apparently, to cyberstalk and harass not only second gens, but other members of this community and adjacent members of the community. And she was arrested September 5th, not for what she's been doing to anyone in this community. Oh, damn cat hair again. But for what she's been doing to her own real life neighborhood community. So she's just, Now, I think I remember hearing Aaron say that while what she's been doing to members of our community, exactly, Miss Kim, cannot be included in the charges that she's currently facing. It can help the district attorney who is handling her case in some way. I'm assuming like a pattern of, I don't know, words are hard. At any rate, people like that, I'm trying to be so Canadian here, and yet people like that, there is a special place in hell just for them. May they find it in the time that they are supposed to. Now, yeah, Sophia, thank you for that. And museums, exactly, Fuzzy. If a bunch of people piled on, it could get federal charges. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate that. Yeah, because my brain is straining today. What else is new? At any rate, so that happened, which isn't really, I mean, it is, but it isn't anti-Scientology news. It's kind of adjacent, I guess. It's not something that I would ordinarily focus on, but, you know, stuff that happens to the people in this community sometimes does need to have a little bit more attention on it, because as many of us have said, there are so many streams, you can't catch them all, and people do need to be aware. So I'm sure that Aaron has put the email information for the district attorney on at least one of his streams. And I don't mean to make you go hunting for that information. Cricket, it might have been just a little bit of a curse. Hi, Eyes. It could very well have been a little bit of a Canadian curse, but it was a censored one. I will admit that. I am trying to be a nice person still. At any rate. So yeah, that happened. We all found out about it this week, and Liz Gale and Marilyn and Aaron have all talked about it. There may have also been others, but those are the ones that I caught. Oh, good. Thank you, Tony. He put it on his community post. Great. Great. Good night, Irish. Sleep well. And I'm actually going to be wrapping it up here. Now, I do not have anyone for you to room rate, unfortunately. But I'm hoping that Pup Groomer is still planning to go live at some point this evening. And for those of you who may not be aware, she has just come off 5 days finally of not going live at all. She got some very much needed rest, but she is still working like crazy, which is why she really needed that rest. But she is hoping to, thank you very much, Eyes. She is hoping to do a live. She normally does an earlier live on Wednesdays. She usually tries to do it at 7:30 Eastern, which would be 4:30 Pacific, and anything other than that, it's up to you to calculate it. But she kind of left it up in the air last night because too many of us had plans to go live. So hopefully she will see that there aren't that many of us going live today after all, and she will still be able to do a live. And if that happens, by all means, please go and pop in and say hi and give her the support. I'm sure that many of you know she is a big supporter of everyone in this community, so it's only right that we support her back. All right, so that having said, I don't think I have anything else to say regarding update news for any of you. Like I said, please watch out for the calling in streams. Usually it's Audit, Fat Grammy, Antics. I'm not sure who else actually streams them. I know that many people call in. So watch out for at least those three, and you will find out about others as well if there are others. Do not rely on me and my memory to remember them all. In the meantime, thank you to all of you. Laura, thank you, Antics. Thank you to everyone who sends me clips and links with timestamps. Oh, and there goes my co-host. It's not even foodie time. Somebody must have gotten home. It makes it much easier to gather things for the show. Thanks, as always, to the mods who literally help me muddle through on a regular basis. Yvonne, hold rend voices matter. That's one I don't know, Antics. You might want to send me. Oh, can you send me her link, please, Antics? I would appreciate it. Thank you, Friday. Yes, to the mods, special thanks as always, because they really do help me muddle through this on a regular basis. They are much better at this, at what they're doing than I am at what I'm doing. They make me look good, even when some of them don't do their homework, Fuzzy. And they are far more professional than I am, even though none of us are professionals. And thank you all for being here once again, for your support of me and your support of all the small channels. Hi, Journey. Children's Voices Matter. Okay, that is actually a channel I do not know. So yeah, again, if you wouldn't mind sending me, I am subbed. Okay, I'll have to look. I don't know. Mods are awesome. Yes, they are. Not just because I am one, by the way. So, in the meantime, take care of each other. Have a good week. And remember, like who you like. Watch who you want to watch. After all, we're not in a cult. And I will see you next time. Take care.
celebrates the smaller channels who are working to bring down the cult to protect human rights. To the monk celebrates the smaller channels, the ones who need more attention and are out there more and more. If you want Scooter Monk to show a small channel, send her clips and links, since you are making clips and sharing links is easy to do. Whether you protest